Bring the lights down low, time to start the show. Lights, camera, you know what we mean. Behold the magic of the silver screen. Some movies rock, some movies shock. They're powerful or odd. We cover them all on your favorite pod. They're dramatic, funny, sometimes scary. That's not weird, that's extraordinary. I got the need and I've got a fever. So play me a little dream weaver. Life moves pretty fast. Some will fizzle and some movies last. I understood there would be no last. It's the 30-something movie podcast. Be excellent to each other. Peace out and word to your mother. They're from the best decades. Movie magic that never fades. Lightsabers clash, phasers set to stun. Action packed from dusk till dawn. We have deep thoughts and questions three. Come share our love of the movies we see. Life moves pretty fast. Some will fizzle and some movies last. I understood there would be no last. It's the 30-something movie podcast.
It is the 30-something movie podcast, and for some of our listeners who might not be from around here, this episode, let me. I've been doing a little work on Duolingo, so let me translate for you the intro to our episode. ACK 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 ACK.
Well done, John.
Thank you. I want to say the accent is a little off, but I was. I learned it on Duolingo, so
Right.
I don't really know. I've either asked where is the discotheque, or I've insulted someone's great aunt.
Right.
I still remember learning French in school, and that's the kind of stuff that was in our textbook. It was like, here's how you ask, where is the discotheque? I'm like, wait, so hold on. So it's currently 1993 as I'm learning this. Are you telling me that France is still in the 70s? Yes, that's what my textbook was telling me in school.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, textbooks tell you a lot of crazy things.
Wasn't that How I Met Your Mother? Didn't they say that Canada didn't even get the 80s until 1993?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because the whole bit with her in the mall and
Right. Robin Sparkles. Yeah, so this time around, as if you can't already tell, this time around our movie is Mars Attacks, the just absolutely insane all-star cast filled movie from 1996. I am a little shocked at this point that we are reaching movies like Mars Attacks, like this movie is 30 years old. This is probably one of the favorite movies of my mother-in-law. She loved this movie when it came out. And every time when we go to the comic book show that's in Chicago every year, that's pretty consistently what she's looking for. Is she's looking for Mars Attacks stuff. If she can find Mars Attacks T-shirts and pins and prints. Awesome. I think she bought a print one time where did she get the one where it was like the Mars Attacks attacking the red shirts from Star Trek? I don't remember if she bought that one or not, but and I feel like she found an art print one time where it was the Mars Attack Martian playing chess against the Metaluna mutant from This Island Earth? Or something like that. The old sci-fi movie from the 50s. So anyway, this is her thing. She has some of the, I remember in the 90s when this movie came out, they had the action figures that you could buy. Mm-hmm. She has a case with some of those in her house, displayed. When we went to the show, was it last year? I think it might've been last year. Everybody else in the family went dressed as Star Trek because that's usually that's the costume she usually wears. Sharon decided to surprise her because we found a Mars Attacks Martian Halloween costume on sale at Spirit Halloween at the end of the season. And Sharon took one for the team because they didn't have one in my size. Otherwise I would have done it. And so Sharon is the one that ended up at the comic book show dressed as the Martian when everybody else in the family was dressed as Star Trek.
Nice.
Good for her.
And I think I even 3D printed one of the Martian guns for her too. So we've got a Martian gun 3D printed around here somewhere.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking over here. It's sitting on the wall. So yes, so Mars Attacks is one that gets watched. I'm not going to say regularly in our house, but probably more regularly in my mother-in-law's house. But every once in a while, we will put it on in this house too. So this has been one that kind of like, in fact, she ordered. I actually think it came in today. She ordered a book that the guy ran out of at the comic book show. It was The Art of Mars Attacks, and it's this massive art book of different artists' renditions of the Mars Attacks characters.
Oh, cool.
So
that's cool.
So there's a lot of Mars Attacks that goes on in and around our house. We'll
Nice.
start out by prefacing it that way. So we do spoil freely here, so just be warned. If you haven't visited our website, 30podcast.com, leave us a voicemail, leave us a rating for our episodes. Tell us which episodes you like. What are your favorites? You can also become a co-executive producer on Patreon over there. There's a link to our Patreon. If you want more bonus episodes, if you want to support the show in that way, then you can do that through our website, 30podcast.com. And there is, I believe the link says donate. And that'll take you to the Patreon page for that. So, fellow Martian travelers here with me tonight. Pat Canigallo. Pat, how are you doing?
Great, John. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here, Earthling.
Ack, 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 ack.
I'm sorry, that's a different Martian. That's Marvin is not here with us tonight, but
that's a shame. That would have been.
it's okay.
It really is.
That would be fun if you had a Marvin the Martian crossover with Mars Attacks.
Heck yeah.
I can see that happening. I see if Looney Tunes wants to bring back and do some like fun crossovers, that's what they need to do. They need to do like Marvin the Martian versus Mars Attacks.
Yes.
I'm requesting it now. The mess that is Warner Brothers. Somehow get yourselves together and create that. So, Bo, how are you faring now that we've made the travel, the long distance travel to Earth?
I'm hanging in there. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of trouble we can get into.
Burn a few cows. Yeah. Yeah.
Blow up some stuff.
Yeah. Cow tipping is for losers.
Remake some artifacts. The usual.
Yeah. Well, like I said, our episode this time around is Mars Attacks. This one came out on December 13th, 1996, rated PG-13, a runtime of 1 hour and 46 minutes, directed by Tim Burton, because I'm not sure who else could have directed this movie. He did Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, Batman 89. Writer for this one was Jonathan Gems, and he did 1984 and White Mischief, which sounds like a lot of what we get into around here. Producer was Larry J. Franco. It's true, Bo. I mean, you can laugh at it, but it is true.
I wasn't disagreeing.
Okay. All right. Larry J. Franco was one of the producers. He did Jumanji and Batman Returns. Composer is Danny Elfman, of course, because Tim Burton. He did Batman and The Nightmare Before Christmas. Cinematographer was Peter Shashitsky. God bless me.
Easy for you to say.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Who I believe also helped with the cinematography on that toilet scene that we talked about in Trainspotting last week. He also did some cinematography for The Empire Strikes Back and Dead Ringers, one of Pat's favorite movies.
Oh, that was another great one.
Editor was Chris Lebenzon, who did Top Gun and Armageddon. Production company is Warner Brothers. Budget was $80 million. Box office was $101.4 million. Flickmetrics gives it a 63%, and CinemaScore gives it a B. I'm going to read real fast through the list of people that are in this movie because there's a ton.
Yes.
Jack Nicholson is President James Dale and Art Land. He was in The Shining and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Glenn Close is First Lady Marcia Dale. She was in Fatal Attraction and Dangerous Liaisons. Annette Bening was Barbara Land. She was in American Beauty and The Kids Are All Right. Pierce Brosnan was Professor Donald Kessler, but you could just call him Donald. He was in Goldeneye and The Thomas Crown Affair. Danny DeVito was Rude Gambler. He was in Matilda and Batman Returns. Martin Short was Jerry Ross. He was in Three Amigos and Father of the Bride. Sarah Jessica Parker was Natalie Lake. She was in Sex and the City and Hocus Pocus. Michael J. Fox was Jason Stone. He was in Back to the Future and Teen Wolf. Rod Steiger, who passed in 2002, was General Decker. He was in On the Waterfront and In the Heat of the Night. Tom Jones, it's not unusual for him to play himself, and he did. He was also in King of the Teds and On the Rocks. Lucas Haas was Richie Norris. He was in Witness and Inception. Natalie Portman was Taffy Dale. She was in Leon the Professional and Black Swan. Jim Brown, who passed in 2023, was Byron Williams. He was in The Dirty Dozen and Any Given Sunday. Lisa Marie was Martian Girl. She was in Sleepy Hollow and Ed Wood. Sylvia Sidney, who passed in 1999, was Grandma Florence Norris. She was in Beetlejuice and Sabotage. Jack Black was Billy Glenn Norris. He was in School of Rock and High Fidelity. Pam Grier was Louise Williams. She was in Jackie Brown and Foxy Brown. Christina Applegate was Sharona. She was in Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, and Married with Children. Joe Don Baker was Richie's dad. He was in GoldenEye and The Living Daylights. And Paul Winfield, who died in 2004, was General Casey. He was in Sounder and Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. I did try to do, before we get into some of the trivia, I did try to do a quick search on what movies have the most insane amount of cameos. Is it, because I don't think this is near the top, but it's just a lot of celebrities all in one movie. And I know what I think is the top one. I believe the top one is It's a Mad World.
Mad World.
Because I think there's Mad. Yes.
1 plus 2.
1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. Right.
Plus 1.
Mad plus mad plus mad plus mad plus mad. I want to say there's close to or over 100 either stars
Crazy Town
or cameos in that one. So we're up to like 22 in this one. So we're not close, but it just seems absolutely crazy. And I think part of the fun of this one is, I don't know, the amount of money that must have been spent to get these people in this movie to kill them off in the most insane ways possible.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the fun of this movie is, yes, you have all these, I don't know if there's too many other movies where you have this many celebrity cameos only to find really fun and creative ways to kill them off.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone is a red shirt in this movie.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the only thing coming close would be like one of the sequels to Alien, but other than that, you don't see that kind of action in a typical movie. Right. I mean, if you're talking about per capita per minute deaths in terms of a movie, I think Alien 3 still has it beat. Potentially.
Yes.
But everything happens so fast and it's all before the credits. So I'm not,
right.
I'm not even paying attention at that point.
Sometimes even when you win, you lose. And sometimes even when you yodel, you win.
Yeah.
One of the really fun things about this, I don't know, how much experience have you guys had with the other Mars Attack stuff? Because there is the movie, but before the movie came, the Topps trading cards. Had you had any experience with Mars Attacks before this movie came out in 96?
No.
Okay.
I've had none.
Okay.
And I've had very little experience with this movie as well.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to ask, have we reviewed this at all in any way, shape, or form, like a top list for an epiversary? Have we talked about this movie at all?
I believe I've talked about it in the past, but I don't know that we've done any kind of like a deep dive review of it.
Have we had any movies that are, well, nothing is similar, but like, is there anything we've done that's dealt with like Mars invasion, a redo of like the 1950s Space Invaders concept?
Yeah. Are you thinking of like Invaders from Mars?
I'm probably thinking of Invaders from Mars.
So Invaders from Mars, that was the one that was from 86, maybe 85, 86.
That long ago.
That was one of the, it was like the first year that we were doing it. It was around the same time. I don't know if you remember, we did that one that was it was like one of the very first Ernest movies. It was Dr. Otto and the Mystery of the Gloom Beam or something like that.
Wow. Okay. So was there any of them that involved like a president trying to get control of the situation? Like anything similar to this?
I'm trying to think, because Invaders from Mars is not like that one. If that was when we did that one in like 85, 86. So that was, 10 years ago. That was the one where the Martians are just taking over people in the town. Like it takes over the kid's parents. And there's like the little kid, like he's the one that's kind of left with his teacher, and they're trying to figure out how to stop this whole thing. But people are being taken over, and they've got the Band-Aids on the back of their necks if they've been taken over by the Martians.
It's like the Numbing.
It's kind of like a nubbin bug, yeah. But that was like a canon. It was like a Canon Films movie. It was one of the ones they did before Masters of the Universe.
Okay,
but there's not a president. Like they don't go as high up as a president trying to deal with it. It was just in this town. That was a remake of a '50s version of Invaders from Mars. I'm trying to think if there's any other like alien invasion movie where you get to the level of the president is trying to handle things.
Well, I don't know because I feel like this is the first time I've seen it, but I'm just having deja vu that I thought we reviewed something similar. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably messing it all. I'll look at our episode lists and see if anything, triggers or rings a bell or something like that. But
yeah,
you're not thinking of Spaced Invaders, are you?
See, I don't remember that one.
Okay. And Spaced Invaders, much different tone, much sillier.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's it. I'm just trying to come up with ones I know we've talked about that have a Martian style theme to them.
Yeah, because we'll do Independence Day this year. We haven't done that one yet.
Right.
No.
Spaced Invaders. Yeah.
I love that movie.
That's a fun one. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there are any others. Now I'm stuck thinking of Space Invaders. Thanks a lot.
Predator scum. Predator scum.
I want to make sure they carve that on your tombstone.
Now there's a double bill for you.
Yeah, Mars Attacks.
Space Invaders and Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which order.
Yeah, no, I can't think of I'll have to run through our list of movies at some point and see if there was something that we might have covered that would be similar, but yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it is Spaced Invaders and I'm just, what I'm remembering is not accurate and I'm combining it with, like Ray Stantz said, past life experience invading on
could be
current life.
Could be. I don't think it's Suburban Commando.
No.
It's a
well. Let us proceed with the episode, and I'll keep searching.
Yeah. So the kind of the backstory behind this whole thing is where the vibe of this movie really kind of comes from. There was a 1962, the Topps Trading Card Company, who we know them for baseball cards. They released this set in 1962 of 55 cards, and it was kind of this like Cold War era pop culture, hyper violent, very dark set of cards done by these two artists, Len Brown and Woody Gelman. And they, they kind of were like looking for, we want to create this thing that is kind of a little funny, a little disturbing, but like this whole backstory of Mars trying to invade Earth and then Earth eventually fighting back. And so a lot of this stuff was done by these guys that were kind of like these pulp artists. And they were Topps, I think, was kind of nervous about selling these because they were like, I don't know about this. In fact, I want to say they put a fake name on the cards when they released them. If I got this correct, I want to say instead of Topps Trading Cards, they put the name Bubbles Inc. on this because they were like, well, this may not go well. So,
Bubbles.
Yeah,
Bubbles.
let's not put our name on this. And so what ended up happening,
chickens.
Right. What ended up happening is there are several cards where that's the whole premise of the thing it is finding graphic ways to kill humans in all kinds of different methods. So, humans with their skin melting off, giant insects eating people, Martians being crushed by tanks. There's one where, spoiler alert, if you don't like animals getting hurt, there's one where a Martian is vaporizing a family dog while a young boy watches. This is one of the cards that like families, when this was discovered, families were like, that's disgusting. You need to ban these things. You are evil. And then there were even a couple of cards here and there that were featuring some scantily clad or not clad at all women being abducted or terrorized, or so there were a lot of like indecency complaints against the cards for this. So eventually there was, if you want to go back a couple episodes to our Larry Flint movie that we watched, there were some district attorneys who kind of launched a formal complaint and said, hey, you got to pull these. Like, you got to pull these from shelves. And so eventually Topps was like, okay, all right, cool. Yes, we get it. We'll pull these from the shelves. And then after they pulled them from the shelves, that's when their popularity kind of skyrocketed. And
you don't say.
Right. Ban something and make it way more valuable. And so I was trying to read something on here.
Right. I've never heard of this, but I must have it.
It will be mine. Oh, yes. It will be mine.
It will be mine.
And so they pulled it from the shelves. Well, now my understanding is, if I look this up correctly, is that if you find a good, high quality, complete set of all 55 cards, it can go at auction for over $20,000.
Whoa.
So, yeah. And actually, there were a couple of other things I found here that was kind of funny. There was another set of cards, trading cards, that I don't know what year this came out, but another set that Topps did that was called Dinosaurs Attack.
Okay.
And Tim Burton was actually trying to develop a movie based on those cards before Jurassic Park came out. And then Jurassic Park comes out and he's like, crap. Okay. And so then he's like, okay, well, let's not do that then. So then he switched to Mars Attacks because he's like, okay, well, nobody else is doing this right now. Now, oddly enough, this ends up being the same year that Independence Day comes out. But, you know, if you're Tim Burton, I guess you can't buy a break when you're trying to come out with your movie. So this was like, there are definite differences between the cards and the movies. The movie keeps the look of the Martians, like the big brain look. There was that movie from the 50s, This Island Earth, that has the Metaluna mutant with the big brain and the big eyes and everything else. That's where they kind of take the look from. And so in the ending is a little different because in the cards, humanity doesn't actually win through yodeling. Instead, they launch a massive counteroffensive. They actually invade Mars and completely destroy the Martian civilization in this kind of like eye for an eye finale. The tone of the cards, they were kind of played straight up as this horrific, tragic invasion. There wasn't a whole lot of humor. Like, unless you're a kind of a twisted person and you're like, oh, look at how they vaporized that guy. I don't know who enjoys that kind of stuff. So unless you're that kind of person, weirdo. There wasn't. I
resemble that remark.
I somewhat do. Sure. You know, Tim Burton really kind of turned it into this like zany comedy to satirize some of the 1950s disaster movies, to probably even satirize the cards themselves. And that's where I think you get the fun aspect of, let's hire all these A-list celebrities and find fun and inventive ways to either kill or mutilate them, because that's the spirit of the cards. So I think that's why you get a lot of what you get in this movie. A couple other trivia things real quick before we move on to get into our major moments. Tim Burton originally wanted to do all this through stop motion, and due to some budget constraints, he had to end up switching to CGI. And I want to say the CGI was done by this little house called Industrial Light and it's like an M word.
Yeah.
I've heard of these guys. They do good work.
Definitely an N word, like necktie, nectarine, nickelback.
Yeah.
No. Shoot. All right. Well, at some point, I'll figure it out.
We'll get there eventually.
We'll get there. Okay, hold on. Klaatu, Barada. All right, I said it. We can move on with the podcast now. I said the words.
Which, in and of itself, weren't those words a callback to 1950s alien invasion?
Oh, yeah. The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Day the Earth Stood Still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, these are some things that you vividly remember as a child. I remember my dad telling me one time, he's like, John, if you don't learn anything else from me, I'm like, yes, Father. He's like, if you don't learn anything else,
exactly how it was,
you need to know 3 words. I was like, okay, Dad. He's like, Klaatu, Rada, Nikto. I was like, what? He's like, you need to know these 3 words. These are the 3 words that will save the earth. I mean, what are you talking about? And then he showed me, the day the earth stood still. And I'm like, okay, I will always remember these words now. And so I do.
But what does it mean?
What does it mean? It means Martians. It means Rwenge. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Another fun thing. The destruction of the Landmark Hotel in Las Vegas was actual footage. They found out it was going to be demolished. So they're like, grab your cameras. Let's film it.
Nice.
So
heck yeah.
And then originally the ACK ACK that they used for the Martian language, because there was no language in the cards. Nobody knew what the Martians were supposed to sound like. So as they were doing some of the drawings and the storyboards, they just kind of put a placeholder in, and the artist just put in ACK 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 ACK. And Tim Burton was reading that on the storyboards. He's like, that's awesome. That's hilarious. I love it. Let's keep it. So
print, check the gate.
Mm-hmm. Let's light it, shellac it, and we're ready to go. So, all right. That is a little bit of trivia. We'll do a quick little synopsis here for you. We'll play the trailer audio, and then we'll run through our major moments of this wild and crazy movie. In a world on the brink of total annihilation, a fleet of flying saucers descends upon planet Earth. Now, President James Dale must face a terrifying reality. The Martians have not come in peace. They've come to kill us all in really nasty, creative ways. With nasty, big, pointy teeth.
Nasty, big, pointy teeth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. ACK ACK.
ACK ACK.
What is that? White House is coming out live.
My fellow Americans, this is a momentous occasion. It is profoundly moving to know there is intelligent life out there. Alien life. And our world will never feel quite the same again. Once you believe.
Martians, please come to Earth, please.
Once you rise above fear.
Annihilate! Kill! Let's not be too rash.
Then you'll be invited.
Hi there. Are you interested in the White House?
To meet with a new people.
It's so perfect that it's happening at the beginning of the new millennium.
More powerful than the might of America.
I'll tell you one thing, they ain't getting a TV.
More advanced than the brains of Britain.
Ladies and gentlemen, this could be a cultural misunderstanding.
But be prepared for a few changes to what we know and love.
Tom Jones, right? It ain't unusual.
As we must learn to dance.
Girls, get out!
To a new tune. Jack Nicholson.
Whoa. Why can't we all just get along?
Glenn Close.
Kick the crap out of them.
Pierce Brosnan.
What, in your view, are some of the things that the Martians can teach us, Professor?
Quite a lot about Mars, I expect, Natalie.
That means
Danny DeVito.
You want to conquer the world? You're gonna need lawyers, right?
And Annette Bening.
I think they've come to save us.
From director Tim Burton.
Hey, we all make mistakes, Mr. President.
Mars Attacks. Not anymore. We're going to take charge of this thing.
So, major moments for Mars Attacks. A massive fleet. We start off the movie with a massive fleet of spacecraft departing Mars, surrounding Earth, prompting President James Dale to announce the historic arrival to a stunned global audience. We actually do back up a little bit, and we see one of the very first scenes of the movie is there's something that smells like beef. Like,
Yeah.
must be cooking something. Smells good. Smells like beef. I definitely smell a beef product of some kind. And we have the cattle in flames come running down the street, which I believe is an image from one of the original cards. I'd have to go back and look, but I think that's the cows on fire running through the streets of the farm town. I do believe is one of the original card images.
It's a new meaning of running of the bulls.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so we start with that, but then we get to see just this huge fleet of flying saucers coming towards Earth. During a first contact ceremony in Nevada, the Martian ambassador interprets a released dove as a symbol of war, leading the Martians to vaporize the crowd, including General Casey and Billy Glenn Norris, played by Jack Black. There is one quote in this when the Martians, when they think the communication is going well, and the Martians make like this circular sign with their hands. I love that it cuts back to a scene of Richie, and he goes, "Wow, he just made the international sign of the donut."
Donuts.
Donut. Yeah. Yes, after they wipe out everybody at the first contact ceremony, it did not go as well as the other first contact ceremony that we watched earlier this year in Star Trek First Contact. So, although I don't know if there had been any doves in Montana, then Vulcans might have taken that a little differently.
It's so
Doves versus Ooby Dooby.
Mm-hmm.
Was the dove, was that what set them off, or was like, and I know that once I got done, I'm like, okay, well, this wasn't really the point of it, but I was curious, like, okay, why did they think we come in peace? We had the universal translator, everything was good. So were the Martians just lying and wanted to conquer, or was there some sort of a translation problem, or was it the doves that just set them off and they just were still upset by that? Like,
yes.
And I'm probably not seeing the forest for the trees. I probably am missing the point just by asking this question. But that was the one thing I'm like, okay, I didn't get how they were being translated as we come in peace, but they were still killing everything.
My answer to your question is yes.
Okay. That's what I figured.
Yeah. I mean, I think, because I definitely don't think they came in peace. I think it definitely came to invade and to kill. I don't know if maybe it was the dove that set them off, because you do see a scene later on where they're looking at the seal of the United States and they notice that it's an eagle. It's another bird. And so maybe the Martians just have something against birds.
Right.
No avians on Mars.
Right. Right. That's not like that episode of Lower Decks. Yeah, you do have later on. Now, obviously, later on, they do have like the Martians have their own translator, which I think is hilarious as they're going through the towns, like vaporizing people. Don't run. We are your friends.
Right.
We come in peace. Don't run. We are your friends. Yeah. So could it have been the dove? Maybe. Were they going to kill everybody anyway? Probably.
Yes. Okay. Well, that at least makes a little bit more sense.
Sure. Despite the initial slaughter, Professor Kessler, you can call him Donald, convinces the president to allow the Martians to address Congress, because that's a great idea, only for the aliens to systematically execute the nation's leaders. And you have the fun scene where Grandma is just cackling, going, they blew up Congress.
That was awesome.
So
I remember the first time I saw this, loving that. Like, that was
Yeah.
just so funny.
Yeah.
Grandma, I mean, a lot of great characters in this movie. Grandma might be the best.
Oh, yeah.
She's hysterical.
She's hilarious.
And I think because it's unintentionally so, I think that's what makes it even better.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so much of her stuff is just obliviousness.
Right. And that goes to one of my favorite lines, as also being a social studies teacher. One of my favorite lines in the movie is when the president has to come back and he's like, I want the American people to know that we still have 2 out of 3 branches of government working for them, and that ain't bad.
Jack at his most Jack ever.
Come to think of it, I might somehow try to make a social studies related classroom poster for my room that has that quote on it.
Yeah.
See if I
That'd
can
be a good one.
Find some way to work that in the next time I have to teach the Constitution. Aboard the Martian mothership, the captured Kessler, you can call him Donald, and reporter Natalie Lake are subjected to bizarre experiments, resulting in their heads being disembodied or swapped with a Chihuahua's body. Because why not?
Right. Yeah.
The deleted scene, though, I thought was interesting, where they have a scene of the Chihuahua going, "Yo quiero Pierce Brosnan." I thought that was an interesting choice.
Well, you got to try a few things when you got a Chihuahua on set.
Sure. Yeah. A Martian assassin disguised as a beautiful woman sneaks into the White House, played by Lisa Marie, sneaks into the White House to kill the president, but the plot is foiled by the Secret Service, though it marks the start of total global invasion, and also marks the end of Martin Short's very creepy little character.
Yeah.
Little sleazy little dude there.
Yes. You mentioned, I can't remember, was it this week or was it last week when you were saying how old Paul Rudd was? Was that last week?
That was last week. I think Bo mentioned that Paul Rudd's like 57.
57.
Yeah.
I realized that, like, wow, Martin Short has that timeless quality as well. I really that guy just doesn't seem to age.
No.
I mean, if you see him now, he looks a little older, a little bit, but yeah.
Martians launch a worldwide assault, destroying the White House, killing the First Lady, Marcia Dale, and gleefully vandalizing world landmarks like the Eiffel Tower and Mount Rushmore. Enjoy the scene, too, where the French president calls up and he's like, hey, I've got the Martian ambassador here, and he's ready to do a peace deal. And everybody in the room is just like, oh, sacre bleu.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Get out of there.
It's the only thing speaking.
You're right. It's the only thing speaking. Let's listen into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get out. Get out of there.
I don't remember runaway. What is runaway in French?
Allons-y.
Allons-y. Yeah, there you go. Allons-y. What? Let's go. It's a present. A what? A gâteau. A what? A present. Oh. Frenchmen that can't speak French. Okay. The Martians end up breaching the president's secret bunker, not so secret, shrinking the hawkish General Decker to insect size before the Martian leader uses a trick gadget to assassinate President Dale during his plea for peace. Because why can't we just all get along?
And just the way they squish the general.
Oh, yeah. You got some very, very good homage, callback, whatever you want to call it, to a little Dr. Strangelove in those scenes.
A little film called
a little student film called Dr. Strangelove. So yeah, once we squish the warmongering general, then we have former boxer Byron Williams is sacrificing himself by challenging a platoon of Martians to a fist fight, allowing Tom Jones, not unusual, and other survivors to escape the city in a plane. I thought this was also a bit of a fun homage to maybe Raiders of the Lost Ark, where you've got somebody outside of a plane getting into a fist fight and against somebody huge, except this time the little Martian isn't quite Indiana Jones, and Byron Williams is not the giant German guy. While rescuing his grandmother, Richie Norris discovers that the high-pitched yodeling of Slim Whitman's Indian Love Call causes Martian brains to literally explode. So they figure out that if they can broadcast this song globally via radio and military frequencies, that will successfully neutralize the Martian threat. The entire invasion force wiped out, leaving the survivors to rebuild among the wreckage. And we have a final scene where Richie is given a medal and a kiss by what I'm assuming, now that both of her parents are dead, that she will be elected queen, and it will be Queen Taffy, who realizes that's a stupid name, and she will rename herself Padme Amidala, which also kind of sounds like a weird name, but this is how she rises to power. This is how you have, because it's in America, so it's a democracy. This is how you get elected queen.
Everyone else dies.
And everyone else dies. You get elected to be queen, and this is how we roll right on into Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Correct. And then you have some peasants in the field going, well, how'd you get to be queen then? I didn't vote for you.
So this
Vote
is
for a queen.
So this is how
Where
democracy
are an
dies, John,
autonomous
with thunderous applause.
Yes. This is how democracy dies, with Indian Love Call.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Democracy died with a kiss.
Yes. Do you have a girlfriend? Which, oddly enough, I think in a deleted scene for episode 1, she tried that same line on Anakin.
Well, that worked.
Mm-hmm. Are you an angel? Yeah, good enough. Those are the major moments. And for whatever we might want to consider our deep thoughts when it comes to Mars Attacks, let's see what deep thoughts we might have.
And now, Deep Thoughts.
I have an opinion on this matter.
Don't mince words, Bones. What do you really think?
I like it a lot. Wow. It's very deep. Thank you.
Thoughts as deep as the Martian canals. All right. When was the first time you saw this one?
I
36. 36 hours ago for me.
Really? Okay.
Wow. All right. I can't wait to hear what you thought of this thing. I saw it when it came out. I mean, the cast list was too good not to watch. And I mean,
Yeah.
Alien Invaders from Mars, that's going to get me pretty much every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it was the same thing. I immediately when this came out, like we went to go see it in the theater. As soon as this came out, I think it was seeing the trailer and just seeing the ridiculousness of this, and it probably that and the combination of my dad like seeing so many actors that he really enjoyed, but at the same time, it's like this is making fun of all the movies we grew up watching. Like you are totally paying tribute to and or satirizing like all of these old sci-fi B movies, and it's so ridiculous that it's fun. So yeah, we saw this one pretty much right away when this thing came out. In general, do you like it or is it a little too weird for you?
I like it.
I like it a lot. I have to be in the right mood. It's definitely a movie you can't just like sit down and watch. You have to like want it, if that makes any sense.
Sure, yeah.
It's a little too goofy to just randomly say, "Oh, Mars Attacks." Now, that's not to say that if you're clicking around and you see it, you might be in the mood for it. But you could also click around, find it, and go, "Meh, not in the mood today." But it's a good time, and the way they did the Martians is so fun. And yeah, gotta love a green-blooded Martian.
Yeah. I think like all the like weird things that the Martians are doing, like the weird experiments they conduct, and like why remove somebody's head and put it on a chihuahua, or why put a chihuahua's head on a person's body, or why do these things? It's just I imagine, I don't know, but I imagine I would love to have tried to catch the if there's commentary on any of the DVDs or anything, I would have loved to have tried to catch some of that and just see like what was Tim Burton thinking with this, because this seems to me like it's the kind of movie that you're just having a whole lot of fun with. Like it's almost like I don't care if this movie does well. It's fun and it's like crazy, zany, weird fun. And I'm going to hire as many celebrities as I can possibly think of. People that you'd look at and go, "Oh yeah, he's making it to the end of the movie. Oh yeah, he's making it to the end of the movie." Nope, they're all dying.
Oh no, he did.
Oh, Michael J. Fox. Everybody loves Michael J. Fox. Nope, let's vaporize him in the first half hour. Well, Pierce Brosnan, he's James Bond. Nobody's gonna. Nope. Yep. Let's chop his head off. Yeah, nobody survives this thing. Well, I think there's like 7 total people that started the movie and ended up surviving this thing in the end. But yeah, it's just I think that's the is it a super high quality great movie? No, it's weird. That's not weird. That's extraordinary. Yeah, it's just it's a lot of fun. It's like weird. If you like this kind of stuff, if you like the B movie sci-fi stuff from the 50s and 60s, you're probably going to like Mars Attacks, because this is kind of like it's almost like Tim Burton saying, "Hey, here's the stuff that we grew up with loving. Let me give you a sci-fi comedy version of that." You know, how we think of like horror comedies like Evil Dead and stuff like that. This, I think, is like the sci-fi comedy version of, hey, remember all those things that we watched back in the 50s that were pretty campy? Why don't we just take the campiness and just ramp it up and just roll with it?
Just this one goes to 11.
Yes.
Yes.
There was, I don't know that I ever picked this one up. There was I want to say there was a card set that somebody did that was Mars Attacks versus Judge Dredd.
Oh, God.
I feel like I need to find that now.
I am the law.
I am the ACK ACK. Yeah. Although, given half the time how you can't understand some of what Sylvester Stallone says, I think he could probably be saying ACK ACK and it just wouldn't. ACK ACK, ACK ACK, ACK ACK. Yeah, that works too.
I love the two kids that are on the school tour and they drop the guns and they're just blasting all the aliens and they turn and they're like, get the president out of here. And they're zapping all the aliens. That was pretty funny. And that was the boxer's kids, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a little bit like I kind of wanted one of these kids, especially because Michael J. Fox is in this movie. I wanted somebody to ask these kids, like, how'd you learn how to shoot so well? I want them to just be like 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. That would have been really good.
Mm-hmm. There's a little side of meta on your meta movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not one of our 3 questions, but I wanted to ask this. What is your favorite kill in this movie? Like, what's your favorite kill that the Martians, like, who goes out in the best possible way?
I think the Martians with the song. I just dug that.
The exploding heads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what makes it so good is they explode in their little bubble helmets. And
Yeah. I do got to say, I like the little mechanical hand that stabs the president and then the Martian flag comes up through his chest.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's true.
I do like that one.
Part is good.
That one's good. I do like a good vaporizing. So Jack Black being one of the first ones to get vaporized, that might be. And I love how depending on what kind of gun they had, when you get vaporized, you either show up as like one of 2 Christmas style skeletons.
Yeah. The squishing, we talked about it earlier, but the
squishing is fun of the general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like sometimes how the Martians are just like playing with everybody when they try to knock down the Washington Monument to crush the Boy Scouts that are there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Boy Scouts get out of the way, so they use the flying saucer to try to push the Washington Monument back over the other direction. But then the Boy Scouts run the other way, so they come back and they try to push it back the other way again.
That was pretty funny.
Like, these are vindictive little Martians. Like, they could have just let the whole thing fall, but they're like, no, I absolutely must crush this Boy Scout troop.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they bring out the Martian walkers. Like, they have we're not just going with the flying saucers. We're going with let's have the walking thing with the pinchers and we'll destroy the trailer park.
Well, those are their ACK ACKs.
Right. Yes. Instead of the AT.
Yeah.
They're ACK ACK. Yeah. I see what you did there.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, this movie is just, it's so weird and wacky, and bonkers is probably the best possible word for this movie.
And you just you can't look. Someone described something, a new show that they were telling me about the other day, and they said an interesting thing, and it sort of goes to the kind of world we live in now. And they were trying to describe it by saying, this is a show you can't watch while you're paying attention to a second screen.
Yeah.
And I sort of feel the same about this movie. Like, there's too much happening. If you look away, you're going to miss a death. You're going to miss somebody getting blowed up real good. Like, because it's once they start blowing people up, they don't stop.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just kind of bonkers, crazy fun.
I was trying to think, as I've mentioned on a few of our other episodes here and there, my dream would be to own a small movie theater and pair this up with some kind of other movie for a double feature. So I was thinking of other movies that could fit well with this one, and I had a couple of different ideas. First one would be, if you wanted to stick with the Tim Burton double feature, you could do this one with Ed Wood, because the Ed Wood movie is about the director Ed Wood, who made his 1950s sci-fi movie Plan 9 from Outer Space, one of the almost always voted one of the worst movies of all time. So you could do that. You could, and they're both like weird, wacky movies. So you could have the Tim Burton verse and have Ed Wood paired up with Mars Attacks. The other, maybe the more natural one would be, let's have both of the 96 movies and pair this up with Independence Day. So you can have both of your rousing speeches in both of those too. I mean, you've either got Bill Pullman or you've got Jack Nicholson, and they both have these very rousing speeches about how we should, get along and work together, and we will not go quietly into the night, and all this other good stuff. So a lot of good presidents being portrayed in these movies. But if you want to go with, I think the one I think could be fun to put this up against, because if I remember correctly, there are actual almost frame for frame recreations that Tim Burton does in Mars Attacks with a movie called Earth versus the Flying Saucers from 1956. And that, I think, is a lot of what you see in this movie is what Tim Burton was parodying. Like, this is I think Ray Harryhausen was doing the stop motion work on the flying saucers in this, and like they're crashing into Washington, D.C., some of the landmarks. Like, this is exactly the kind of stuff Tim Burton was trying to do. And so I think if you're going to pair a couple of them together, I would either do Earth versus the Flying Saucers with Mars Attacks, or I would do Independence Day, or I would do Ed Wood, depending on which route you want to take. But a lot of really fun movies that are either possible long lost siblings of this one, maybe cousins, maybe second cousins, depending on how far back you want to go.
Okay.
So
how many branches of the tree?
Well, and depending on the Norris family, the branches of the tree might be real narrow.
Yes.
Well, I ain't letting them get the TV.
That was funny.
All right. We have anything else we want to say about Mars Attacks, this weird, wacky, bonkers, crazy movie?
Crazy, wild fun, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get vaporized, let's see if we can quickly answer 3 questions.
He asks each traveler 5 questions. 3 questions. 3 questions.
It's impossible to answer.
Impossible because you don't know the answer.
Nobody could answer that question.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, question number 1. What is your favorite movie or TV show where famous landmarks get destroyed?
Well, I am a big Independence Day fan, and that scene of the White House getting blowed up is one of the classics.
There's so much about that. Yeah. The destruction in that movie is so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I might have to daily double.
Yeah.
Might have to daily double. Honorable mention for me. Well, I don't know, John, were you going to daily double, or did you have something? I don't want to.
I'm trying to decide. You don't actually see it get destroyed. There's a soft spot in my heart for seeing all the different ways that the iconic image of the Statue of Liberty gets destroyed or somehow mangled in sci-fi. So part of me is like, well, you got Day After Tomorrow. Yeah, the Day After Tomorrow. You get, this thing is like frozen in place. You've got, oh gosh, I started blanking out on it. What is the other one that has Statue of Liberty in it? Oh, Cloverfield. Cloverfield, the monster. Doesn't the monster like knock off the Statue of Liberty's head and throws it into the street? Yeah. So
and then there's the classic.
The classic is the one I think I'm going to go with. The classic is
damn you.
Spaceballs. There goes the planet. No, the classic is the original Planet of the Apes. It's like they've done it. They finally did it. Yeah. So
coming to a New York harbor near you soon.
There you go. So I read somewhere that this Artemis crew that's gone up on this space mission, that somebody posted up somewhere and said, okay, now the entire world just needs to really quickly get some Planet of the Apes costumes and wait for them to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be outstanding.
It'd be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Poor folks. They've been up in space. They step off. Hello there, bright eyes. Ah!
You went the farthest anyone has ever gone.
Uh-huh.
Slingshot around the moon, end up in time warp.
Right. It's just that simple. Oh my. Pat, did you already do yours? Or did you?
Of fire.
Well, I'm really thinking about daily doubling everything that's been said. But for the interest of getting something else out there, I'm surprised no one mentioned V for Vendetta and the destruction of the, oh shoot, what was it called?
Big Ben, Houses of Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
Hey kids, look, Big Ben, Houses of Parliament.
Big Ben, Houses of Parliament.
No, wait a minute. What does he blow up in that?
Yeah, it's Big Ben.
It's Big Ben?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because right at the moment you have the bell as the explosion goes off, and you've got the bell within the clock that sounds at the same time that the explosion happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That movie, if it ever comes back, I ended up seeing that movie in IMAX when it came out.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is a movie to see in IMAX.
I bet.
That was outstanding.
Remember.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
5th of something.
Lagavulin.
I forget. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. 30 days.
That's the only actual right answer.
Correct. Wait, 30 days have September, April. I don't know. I got in trouble, so I scheduled all my meetings on March 31st because I didn't think it was a real day. Now I've got 93 meetings to attend. There. See, that's the kind of service we provide on the 30-something movie podcast. I didn't even plan. You mentioned the Lagavulin. We somehow brought that with the timelines merged into another Ron Swanson reference at the exact same time that you brought up the Lagavulin.
Ron Swanson for president.
We have okay. We have now tied in V for Vendetta with Mars Attacks, with Parks and Recreation, with the Lagavulin that is still in my glass, and it's very enjoyable. This is the kind of service we provide here, folks. We're not joking around here.
It's top shelf. We don't mess around.
No. This podcast is hosted by top men.
Mm-hmm.
Top men.
What was that reference from?
Raiders?
Raiders?
Yeah. Like, can I take it? Like, I want to take a look at the Ark. I want to examine the Ark. It's being looked at
top
by
men work. Okay, yeah, I guess so. I was thinking something else. Oh well.
Top men. Which in my brain, I then want to cut to a scene of like, ZZ Top in a warehouse, like wheeling this thing around, and they do that little like wavy sign that they do before they fade off into the distance. And instead of the Raiders theme, we end the movie by playing Legs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I like all the things that we've came up with here. I think they're all excellent choices. All right. Question number 2. What song or music would make your head explode?
Baby Shark.
That'll do it. That'll do, pig. Yeah, I was trying to think, like, what's my kryptonite is, I don't know if that's the right word. What is the music that, like, the moment I hear it, I absolutely have to turn it off? The song Rude by the Canadian band Magic. Released in October of 2013. And the song this was the song where I think I finally realized that I was turning into an old man.
Oh.
Because this,
wow,
have you heard this song, Rude?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the one with the lyrics. It's, the chorus is something like, how does it go? Oh, here it is.
Why you gotta be so
right? Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, because I need to know. You say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. Tough luck, my friend, but the answer is no. Why you got to be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? Why you got to be so rude? I'm going to marry her anyway. Marry that girl, marry her anyway. Marry that girl no matter what you say. Marry that girl and we'll be a family. Why you got to be so rude? And I remember hearing that song in, I don't know, might have been Target or somewhere, was shopping somewhere. And it happened to be that song was on all the time. Didn't matter what store you went to.
It did get overplayed for sure.
It was overplayed. But then, and I don't know if it was because at that point, both of my children had been born and I had a 2-year-old daughter at that point. I remember hearing that song and going, I think I'd just strangle that kid.
Yeah.
What do you mean get in my face telling me I'm being rude? If I'm telling you no, then there's probably very good reasons I'm telling you no.
It's probably for your own self-preservation.
Probably, yes. That and I think I also had, I kind of had little flashbacks to maybe me being just like making a comment my grandparents would have made, probably when my dad was a teenager. I'm looking at the guy in this video and I'm like, okay, first of all, no. Second of all, get a haircut.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was the moment. I think it was October of 2013 that I realized I'm old now. Because I'm curmudgeonly old dad that's getting angry at the young kid in the song singing, why you got to be so rude? Oh, I'll show you rude.
So like Skynet becoming self-aware.
Yes.
All right.
John became self-aware that if this situation ever happened, he might physically altercate with someone. I don't think that's how you use that word. I keep using that word. I don't think it means what I think it means.
Oh.
Okay. Patrick, what is there music as a music teacher? You've heard a lot of music. You've performed a lot of music.
Yeah.
Is there any music that would make your head explode?
I don't think so. Okay. I'm sure it's out there. I just choose not to listen to it. I'm going to be that guy with this question. There's a lot I could say. I'm not gonna. I'm just going to say. I'm just going to choose not to listen to it.
Okay. So you're taking the Larry Flint approach to life and just saying, if you don't like it, just turn it off.
Yeah. I don't think Larry Flint came up with that though. So I don't know that we can necessarily credit him with that.
I watched the movie. I think he did.
What was that?
I said I watched the movie. I think he did.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we are a movie podcast, so if it was said in the movies, and if it can be backed up on the internet, then it's it's got to be true. So, I think I
read that on Abraham Lincoln's blog.
Yes. So I think yeah. I'm just gonna take that approach and just
sure.
I'm just gonna choose not to check it out.
Fair enough.
That's all.
Yeah. All right. And finally, question number 3. What is your favorite alien weapon or gun?
Weapon or gun?
Yes.
It's interesting phrasing on that, John. Weapon or gun? Does it have to be a shooting weapon? Can it be any weapon?
I mean, the thought that I was originally going with was
what were you going with?
I enjoyed the Martian ray guns that we have in this movie.
Okay.
So that was kind of my original thought was I was going to specify a ray gun, but then I was like, well, but there's a lot of other really fun Martian or alien weapons. So, I mean, you've got, I'll throw a few things out there. If you wanted to do, let's see.
A batleth?
Like a batleth, yeah. You do something like that.
Mechleth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mecha, lecca, hi, mecha, hiney, ho. Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
A noisy cricket.
That would be a good one.
Oh, the noisy cricket.
I like the gun because it's another one that just basically vaporizes the people that get hit by it. Did you guys ever see that movie District 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the prawn gun that he can only fire once his arm turns into like the prawn arm, the alien arm. And it's basically it when it hits whatever its target is, it's like turns them into just like a cloud of red dust.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun. I like that one. I like the Predator's shoulder mounted laser thing that he uses. I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
Okay.
But I like a good ray gun. So I don't want to, I mean, it's humans using it, so I don't really want to use the phaser from Star Trek. Maybe a Klingon disruptor.
Klingon disruptor.
That could be fun.
Well, the phaser, if it was invented by, that doesn't count as alien, right?
That's true.
The very word is racist.
The very word is racist. If you could only hear yourselves.
This podcast has become a Homo sapiens only club, John.
Basically. Yes. Yes, it's I don't remember what the phrase was we used. It was that last week. It was white shenanigans or whatever it was.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure that one out. I don't know if I want to identify with that.
Okay. White mischief. I mean, that was close enough.
Again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about a lot of things.
No, I think that might be the new subtitle to the 30-something movie podcast.
Well, and canceled this week is the
that was
it's
30-something movie podcast.
It's either the lack of
years, been a good run.
They had a good run.
Yeah, it was a good run. It was either the lack of happening or white mischief.
Yeah. Or both.
Hey,
Who knows?
Keep my podcast name out of your mouth.
You come over here and slap me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going with I get it. The ray gun. Did you say the noisy cricket? Is that your jam?
Yeah. Or really any of the guns from Mission Impossible, Independence Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you could go either way with that. And then to John's point, you talked about the phaser.
Mm-hmm.
I have a special place in my heart for the original TOS phaser rifle.
Oh, yeah.
Because that thing looked like a real, honest to God ray gun.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing was. I don't even know what it kind of looked like a submarine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a goofy weapon.
Mm-hmm. It looked like a submarine with the like the handle that you have that's part of the cord that you pull to get a lawnmower to start.
Yeah.
When you pull the trigger, you expect a whoa, 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 whoa sound.
Like it is a 1960s ray gun. I love everything about it.
It's exactly that sound, Pat.
Yep.
But you know what sound I'm talking about, though.
Oh, I know exactly what sound you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Just because your sound sounded like Curly from the Three Stooges slapping himself in the face. Certainly.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I might go, there's all sorts of rays and beams and all that kind of stuff, but I might just go with part of me wants to go with the bat laugh. That was always cool.
Yeah.
But then there was the mech laugh, because he started using that one later on, and especially around like Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
He had the mech laugh, and then didn't he pull that out in First Contact when they were all at the they were trying to detach the satellite dish or whatever.
Yes.
The deflector dish. He pulled that sucker out.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why I didn't. Okay.
I don't either. Go ahead and say it. I can't believe you let this one go.
Forget what I just said. I cannot believe I didn't go with this one because this is one of my all-time favorites, especially when we're talking like 1950s sci-fi movies.
Mm-hmm.
The Martian death ray from War of the Worlds.
Well, yeah.
The 1953 Martian death ray from the War of the Worlds. Got to go with that one.
Yep.
Okay. which is fun as a kid. This is the weird stuff. I'm going to start making it sound like my dad just like taught me all this stuff that has completely messed me up as a human being, which is probably true.
Okay.
But you know how sometimes like when a car dealership has something going on and they have those like, it's like the three like almost like floodlight kind of things, but they're pointed up to the sky.
And they do like a thing.
Yeah, and they do the thing. It's like they, before there was the inflatable people that dance around, they used to have like the I don't even know what those lights are called. But when those would shine up in the sky like that, we used to, I think our house in Texas, we were not that far away from like a really big car dealership. And I remember my dad would always tell me, those are Martian death rays that are coming down from the sky. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And then I realized later on, like what they actually were. And so my kids thought it was weird. We were driving through Libertyville and there's all of those car dealerships that are in like, as you go into downtown Libertyville. And I remember there were some of those lights up one time and I go, oh, look, kids, Martian death rays. And they're like, what? I'm like, Martian death rays.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, that's like a spotlight. I know. It's called Martian death rays.
He just shuts you right down.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
It's all right. There's no creativity. There's no, I don't know.
There's no whimsy.
There's no whimsy. I blame TikTok.
I can't believe that none of us mentioned a lightsaber.
Well, yeah.
An elegant weapon from a civilized age.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I had kind of thought about that. That's in my head. I was leaning more towards the gun or the like ray gun kind of thing, but in the back of my mind, I was also thinking lightsaber. Also, partially because I did happen to like pull out the lightsabers I have over here, and I started playing with them the other day and firing them up and terrifying the dog with them.
No.
I mean, I put it on the ground so he could smell it and so he wouldn't be too scared, but he was not a fan. Once I picked it up and it started vrooming around like that, he was not a fan.
Yeah, I bet not.
No. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it. That is our third question of the three questions. I think we've solved all the problems. I think we've defeated the Martian threat. And the Earth is safe once more, at least until the next time we make some other civilization angry at us.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 minutes?
Give it 5 minutes or so. Yeah. Yeah. The next time, some Yahoo having a wedding releases a bunch of doves.
Exactly.
That's why they hate us. Yeah. All right. Well, we've got a whole bunch of fun stuff coming up. So this month is our pre-prequel parts. These are actors or actresses who will one day, very soon, be in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. But this is one of the parts they would have played almost immediately before the filming of that movie would have began. So in this month, we had Train Spotting with Ewan McGregor. This one was Mars Attacks with Natalie Portman. Jingle All the Way is next week with Jake Lloyd. It's going to be a little weird to do a Christmas movie in May, but it's all right.
Meh.
It's barely a Christmas movie anyway. And then Time to Kill with Samuel Jackson. We will round out the month with that one. And then for our Patreon episode this month, once the movie comes out, we are going to check out The Mandalorian and Grogu, and that will be our Patreon episode for the month of May. So, as always, gentlemen, it is always a good time to talk movies with you, and especially when we get to do some weird, wacky, fun ones like this.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I kind of actually want there to be a Mars Attacks 2.
Yeah.
Well, everybody died. Where do you go from here?
I kill more people.
There you go.
I mean, there's plenty of new celebrities. Like we can.
Mars Attacks 2. This time it's Uranus. I mean, is there?
Yeah, that works. I guarantee there's got to be some really creative ways to like vaporize Timothée Chalamet.
There you go.
So it can be done. I say you take like the top actors and actresses right now, the ones that are like the most popular, been in the most movies lately, and I think your Glenn Powell's, your Timothée Chalamet's, your, I don't know, throw in your Sydney Sweeney for good measure. Who knows?
There you go. And Natalie Portman as the president.
Correct. Natalie Portman is Queen President Amidala.
Yes.
Taffy Amidala. That's awful names. The only person who could make up worse names would be George Lucas.
There you go.
Yeah.
Binks.
It's you also having the life play with this and hissin'?
Oh boy.
Man, what is that? What's that?
Boy.
You know what? You know what? You know what movie I can't wait for? Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
There you go.
It's only 3 years from now.
I feel like we've talked about that one too. Did we talk about that one on some anniversary?
Who knows? Maybe. We talked about Star Wars. We might have. Well, let's see. We did Star Wars. We might have done Empire Strikes Back.
We did Return of the Jedi.
Did we do Return of the We probably
I swear
did.
we talked about Phantom Menace.
I don't know.
Maybe it was some. Did we combine with a different pod? Maybe it was some special that we combined with a different podcast.
Well, we did with the Shirley guys. We did the holiday special.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Did we do another one where we talked about Phantom Menace?
I thought so. I don't know, man. Maybe, like I said, and I think I said this. I think I said this at the beginning. I think it's past life experience intruding on present thought.
Sure. Did
We
I go on
are
another?
in the Matrix, so
True. Well, did I go on another podcast and talk about it one time? Because there was the Docking Bay 77 podcast, and I know I've been on that one a couple of times.
I thought I did because I remember talking with something just saying that lightsaber duel was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
well, and that could have come up. Did we talk about another movie where were we possibly talking about duels as one of our 3 questions, and maybe that one came up in that context?
Maybe.
That could be.
Yeah, it could be.
We
Well,
could have been talking about music and talked about Duel of the Fates and gone from there,
That's
too.
true. Which, by the way, if you haven't listened to the latest soundtrack show.
Oh, they're back out. What is he doing?
Duel of the Fates.
Nice.
Oh,
he's doing
just a song.
He's doing Phantom Menace, but he spent an entire episode on Duel of the Fates.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's done 2 episodes so far of. Let's see. Yes, he did, because after he finished the Middle Earth stuff, his latest episodes at the beginning of March, he did a Phantom Menace musical introduction. And then on April 1st, he did an entire episode, a whole 1-hour episode on Duel of the Fates.
Wow.
Check that. And then his most recent was Two Towers, right?
Before Phantom Menace, he did, he had 2 episodes with Middle Earth sound design. He did an interview with David Farmer, who was a sound designer on the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And then before that, he did a 5-part series on Two Towers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of the Shirley guys have some incredible stuff out now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so much pod.
Yeah. It's a lot of good stuff to listen to. All right. Well, everybody, be excellent to each other. Go listen to some good podcasts. Go watch some good movies. We will be back here next time with a Christmas movie. Jingle all the way. A little Christmas Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. With
Christmas in May for y'all.
Christmas in May
June?
with the
May,
term
June.
May.
June.
Sure. It's
May?
it's going to be May. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. I try to have a width and breadth of pop culture knowledge that is frightening, or at least unnerving.
Who was the costume designer for Phantom Menace?
Trisha Bigger is her name.
Yes, there you go.
I apologize to everyone in my life, especially my wife. That's all I can say is I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's no other words.
Mm-hmm. On that note, we're going to get into some more mischief. So we'll see you later. Be excellent to each other.
Peace.